When an asset has the flu, how not to get chopped up in CHOPSOLIDATION. So I was thinking about this today, and assets that are in bear markets are like when people have the flu. It doesn't last forever. It's not lethal. You sort of have to wait it out. And Bitcoin is in its fifth bear market. A bear market is when things are pessimistic, price is down, that's normal. All assets, Tesla, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Google, Nvidia, and I think I named all the Magnificent Seven highest performing stocks of all time. Gold, silver, commodities, they all go through periods of bear markets. And it's all like having the flu. It's like, sometimes it's soybeans, and it's like, why are the price of soybeans down for months or a year or more at a time? I think just the asset fell out of favor. It doesn't mean that nobody eats soybeans anymore. It doesn't mean that soybeans are not good for anything anymore. It's just they go through bear markets. So in a time of a bear market, the questions to ask are, one, is there something wrong with the underlying asset? For example, are people not going to eat soybeans ever again? Like, have they completely moved on to some new crop and soybeans are permanently out of favor? So I don't know anything about the soybean market, but I can assure you in Bitcoin, money has not fallen out of favor. The US dollar is losing, 97% of its purchasing power over the last 100 years. It's lost 25% of its purchasing power in the last 5 years. The US dollar has the permanent flu. It is always losing value. The US dollar is never going up, only going down, 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 down. Okay, and people need money. That's not going to change. So it's not like money has the flu. It's not like we're not going to use money anymore. Bitcoin still is more durable, divisible, portable, fungible, verifiable, and scarce, the 6 monetary properties that matter for money. Bitcoin is still all of those things right now, better than ever in human history. So money doesn't have the flu. It's just Bitcoin has the flu right now because it's in a bear market. But the flu is temporary. So how do you not get chopped up in the CHOPSOLIDATION? CHOPSOLIDATION is up, 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 down, 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 up, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, 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 up, 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 down, down, down. It goes on for months. And most people get chopped up in that CHOPSOLIDATION. CHOPSOLIDATION is a combination of the word chop, as in something that's, chopping up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and consolidation, where the price of an asset, a financial asset, is going up and down. In this case, mostly between, let's call it, $65,000 and $73,000. And it's just, if you just draw a line, it's chop, 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 chop. It's just crazy. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So the first thing, the number one way to survive CHOPSOLIDATION, when your preferred asset and the best asset in the world, which is Bitcoin, has the flu, don't check the price all the time. In fact, I took the price of Bitcoin off of my Apple Watch. I used to be able to check the price of Bitcoin literally every time I looked at my watch, which was, hundreds of times a day. I took the price off my Apple Watch. I'm like, look, when I need to check the price of Bitcoin, I reach for my phone and I launch River or I launch Coinbase and I check the price of Bitcoin. I don't need to see it every time, because when you see the price of Bitcoin and it's up from the last time you saw it, it feels like a pat on the back. When you see the price of Bitcoin and it's down from the last time you saw it, it feels like a gut punch. And in a day where Bitcoin's price goes up 6 times and down 4 times, it does 10 price moves in a day, 6 up, 4 down. Guess what? Even if it's up, the 4 gut punches feel worse than the 6 pats on the back feel. So nobody would take it if somebody said, can I punch you 4 times in the gut and then pat you 6 times on the back? Nobody's like, oh, that's like 60-40 in my favor. Like, I'm winning here. Because guess what? The gut punches feel worse than the pats on the back feel good. So first, don't check the price of Bitcoin all the time. Buy as much as you can. If you're in active accumulation mode, sure, check the price of Bitcoin all the time, because, you should always be thinking about Bitcoin and buying more Bitcoin and figuring out how to buy more Bitcoin, and all of those things should be constantly in your mind. But if you are not in active accumulation mode, just put it out of your mind. Don't think about it. Let time pass. Bitcoin is typically in these bear markets, I don't know, from 6 to 12 months. Now, I think this one's going to be short, so I think it's going to be more on the 6-month side, and we already have a lot of those 6 months behind us already, because the high was back on October 6th. And so we're already November, December, January, February, March. We're already 5 months, 5.5. We're really 5.5 months into what could be a bear market that lasts for somewhere between 6 and probably 8 months. Nobody's really predicting 12 months. Unless you just look at a calendar and you think, well, the low is going to be, 12 months from the high, but that's really, not a logical, sophisticated way to look at it. So we're probably looking at, I don't know, 6 to 8 months, maybe 10 at the outside. Short take is, Bitcoin should be over the flu, which is this bear market, by July, August at the latest, usually. Could be sooner. Could be April, May. Could be today. Today could be the lowest we ever get in the history of Bitcoin. We don't know. But the short take is it's temporary. Like the flu, it's not deadly. You're going to get over it. It's going to be fine. Don't freak out. We know, right? When people get the flu, we know sometimes it lasts a short period of time. The symptoms go away. Sometimes it lasts a longer period of time and the symptoms go away. But guess what? The flu doesn't kill you. If you live in a modern country, in a modern world like the United States, you're not going to get killed by the flu, right? There's medicines, there's protocols, right? So you just got to wait it out. Again, and if you can buy more Bitcoin, great. That is the number one best thing to do when your asset has the flu, is buy as much of it as you possibly can because it's on sale, because other people are selling it and you can be accumulating it. But number one, don't check the price all the time. It just drives you crazy. It's again, the gut punches, even if the pats on the back exceed the gut punches hit harder and you feel them more. So just stop checking the price unless you're in active accumulation mode, in which case check the price as much as you can and buy as much as you can and accumulate as much as you can and obsess about how to get more Bitcoin. That's a fantastic thing to do at a time like this. But if you're not in active accumulation mode, you don't have any way of buying more Bitcoin, just ignore the price. It's going to be fine. We'll get probably a couple more months of this. It'll be fine. This is the 5th time Bitcoin's done it. And like having the flu, you can go to the doctor, they can diagnose you with the flu, and they'll tell you, hey, in somewhere between 2 and 10 days, you're going to be feeling fine again. Guess what? You just wait it out. It's fine. Or you take TerraFlu, which is like buying more Bitcoin. You're like, hey, I can do something that's going to accelerate this and make it feel better. Buy more Bitcoin. You can do that. But nothing's wrong with Bitcoin. Everything's fine with Bitcoin. Every asset does this periodically due to a whole variety of behavioral patterns. If you want to know everything to know about why assets do this and how humans behave and how long it lasts and how low it could go, James Check, who goes by Checkmate, he's got his, $29 a month subscription. I love it. It's, 2 newsletters a week. It tells you exactly what people are doing with Bitcoin, why they're selling, why they're buying, who's selling, who's buying. Of course, you don't know individual names, but you can see, is it long-term holders? Is it short-term holders? Is it people that own the Bitcoin ETFs? Is it people that own, Bitcoin in cold storage? You can get a sense based on that. And James Check gives you some, really, really good insights. Again, he's like a weatherman, or he's like a doctor. Let's stick with the flu analogy. He's like a doctor who you're not feeling well, and, it's like you go visit the doctor twice a day, and you're like, hey, is it still the flu? Is something else wrong with me? Do I have strep? And the doctor's like, no, let's take another flu test. It's just the flu. You're just fine. Everything's on track. Your symptoms are exactly what they expected to be, and your recovery process is going exactly the way it's expected. That's what James Check does for you. He's like a doctor who can, diagnose you twice a day, or in the case of James Check, twice a week, and say, nothing's wrong with Bitcoin. Everything is normal. Everything that's happening right now, we've seen before. Everything's on track. This is normal. Buy as much as you can. It's all going to be fine. So that's how I cope. How do I cope with CHOPSOLIDATION that goes on for months? I read James Check's newsletter twice a week, and I'm like, great. Everything's normal. Everything's expected. Everything's happening exactly the way you would expect it to happen, because this is the 5th time Bitcoin's been in a bear market. And then there's a bunch of times, dozens of times, when Bitcoin's been down 20 or 30%. Bear markets below where it's touched more than 50% down have only happened 5 times. This is the 5th time. And the lowest it got was down 52%, which was from 126 down to 60,000 is a 52% drop. And of course, it was only below, it was only below like 64,000 for like a matter of hours. So the low is more like whatever, 64, 63, whatever. But it did touch 60 like very temporarily in a matter of minutes or hours. And I mean, it touched 60 for like what, a second? But anyway, so it's just, it'll be fine. Everything's fine. Just time. Time fixes everything in the world of Bitcoin. You just wait it out. Time fixes everything when you have the flu. You just wait it out. Eventually you start feeling better. And if you can buy more Bitcoin, because then you'll feel good about the fact of where we are. But anyway, that's how you survive it. You wait it out. You subscribe to James Check if you need a twice-a-week dose of exactly what's going on to help you understand where we are, how long we're going to be there, how low it could go, probabilities of all that sort of stuff. James Check is fantastic. If you want the latest news on Bitcoin, The news block from Natalie Brunell is fantastic. It's a once-a-week Substack, but she also reads that once-a-week Substack on her podcast. So you get once a week in the news, which again always reinforces that a ton of positive things are happening for Bitcoin worldwide. It's just in a slump right now on the price, but everything else is going fantastically well. And eventually the price will catch up to everything else that's going fantastically well. And then, of course, I always listen to Jack Mallers, his podcast every Monday night, because it's just a really good view of the macro, which means big picture economy and the world and politics and all that sort of stuff. So, again, if you need ways to cope, the highest level of what's happening in the world is Jack Mallers, although that's less, he's always talking about Bitcoin, but he doesn't necessarily apply it exactly to Bitcoin. So if you want to know, like, big picture macro what's happening, Jack Mallers is the best. If you want to know the news items that are affecting Bitcoin in a week, Natalie Brunell is best. And if you want that twice a week dose of the doctor stepping in and saying, let's take a fresh look at Bitcoin, every Monday and Thursday, it's usually Monday and Thursday, every Monday and Thursday, let's take a fresh look at Bitcoin. Is anything wrong with the patient? Does the patient still have the flu? Yes, right now. How long will the patient have the flu? How long can it last? What's the probability that we go below 60,000 even for a second ever again? Which right now is, James Check says 60% chance we'd ever touch 60 ever again. 40% chance we undercut it by, I don't know, like 1%, 2%, some ridiculously small percent, and likely bounce immediately right back. Again, if you want all of that, and the reassurance that comes with that of just the confidence that everything's fine, nothing's wrong with Bitcoin, it's behaving exactly like it did the last the last 4 bear markets. We're in the 5th bear market. Everything's normal. Everything's on track. It's going to be fine. James Check is the best place to get that. And I've done multiple Facebook Live videos about how to read his updates and how to interpret them and all of that. So everything's fine with Bitcoin. It's great. It's going to be fine. Buy more if you can. Everybody's going to regret that they didn't buy more Bitcoin right now. I wish that someone had told me that in the 2018 bear market, which was my first bear market, was 2018. My second bear market was 2022. I wish somebody had told me in 2018, Joel, everything's fine. Bitcoin's amazing. Nothing's wrong with Bitcoin. You should buy as much Bitcoin as you can right now at $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. Did I? No, because I didn't have somebody like me back then saying, hey, Joel, everything's fine with Bitcoin. Back then, it was the 3rd bear market. Then the 4th was in 2022. Then the 5th is right now. They could have said, hey, Joel, look, let me show you what Bitcoin did before. We've been here. 2018, there's nothing wrong with Bitcoin. It's just like 2014. 2018 is just like 2014. It's fine. It's behaving exactly the same, except not as bad. See, every bear market has been not as bad as the one before. This bear market is not nearly as bad as 2022, which was not nearly as bad as 2018, which was not nearly as bad as 2014, which was not nearly as bad as 2012. So every bear market is less worse because the asset is getting bigger and more mature. But if I had somebody back there in 2018 to tell me this is normal, everything's fine, I would own way more Bitcoin. Now, thankfully, I understood that in 2022, which meant I was accumulating a ton of Bitcoin between 16,000 and 30,000, like a ton between 16,000 and 30,000 in 2022 and the first half of 2023. I mean, I bought Bitcoin at all prices, including 122 and 124. I bought Bitcoin at all prices. But if I had somebody back then in 2018, I would have bought a ton of Bitcoin between 4,000 and 8,000, way more than I did. But instead, I had to buy that same Bitcoin for way higher prices, meaning I owned a lot less Bitcoin per dollar back in 2022 because then I understood it. And guess what? You know what you're going to do? Everybody watching this video is going to buy a bunch of Bitcoin in the next Bitcoin bear market. See, you're too scared to buy it in this Bitcoin bear market because it's your first Bitcoin bear market. But in the next Bitcoin bear market, you're going to buy a ton of Bitcoin. The problem is you're going to be buying a ton of Bitcoin in the next bear market between 180,000 and 240,000 or whatever the next bear market is. You know, Bitcoin goes to, 350 and then drops down to 240 or something like that. I don't know. But the short take is the next bear market, you're going to be buying a ton of Bitcoin that's way more expensive than today's Bitcoin, because the only reason you're not buying a ton more Bitcoin today is because this is your first bear market. If it was your second, third, fourth bear market, you'd be in hardcore accumulation mode because you would know Bitcoin always bounces back and you'd have felt this before and you'd have seen this movie before and you'd think, I get it, this is all normal. I've seen it. It's like betting on the probability that you're going to recover from the flu, right? So if you got the flu and somebody spun up Polymarket and Kalshi about the probability that you're going to recover from the flu, and you've had the flu 5 times before, you'd get on there and you'd bet that you're going to recover. Guess what? Because you know how it feels. you're going to feel bad. You're going to get aches and pains and cramps, and you're going to feel like not doing anything, and you're going to sleep a ton, and you might throw up some, and you might feel nauseated. But guess what? You're going to be fine, and you're going to recover. And you can make a ton of money by betting on that because you've been there before. But if you've never had the flu and you don't know what it is, and it's your first experience, yeah, you're like, hey, I don't know what I have, and this is scary. And am I going to recover? And is everything going to be okay? But once it's not your first bear market, this is my third bear market. It's Bitcoin's fifth bear market. It's my third. I lived through 2018. I lived through 2022. Here we are in 2026. It's not automatically every 4 years, but it just because the first bear market was 2012. Then it was 2014. But so far it's been even numbered years. Although 2025 was a down year. It wasn't the bear market down year, but the bear market started in 2025. So it doesn't exactly line up, but obviously the low point so far was in 2026. So anyway, you'll be fine. Bitcoin's fine. Buy as much as you can. Hold on to it for as long as conceivably possible. Same advice as always. You will wish you had bought way more Bitcoin in this bear market. You will wish that you could rewind time to exactly right now and buy way more Bitcoin right now at whatever, it's not on my watch anymore, $68,000 or whatever the price of Bitcoin is right now. You will wish you could rewind time in the future to right now and buy way more Bitcoin. Buy as much as you can. Hold on to it for as long as conceivably possible. That advice has never been wrong, has never been bad advice in the long term with Bitcoin. We've been at this 17 years. Bitcoin is 17 years old. We've been at it 17 years. That advice has never failed anyone who bought Bitcoin and held on to it. Have a great one. Buy more Bitcoin. You'll be fine. Bitcoin's got the flu. It'll recover. This is all normal. Nothing's wrong with Bitcoin. Worldwide adoption is the strongest it's ever been for Bitcoin right now. Ever. The price will reflect that. It's just a matter of time.